Hi everybody, and welcome to another video of me, Jason St. Just. First, it's the 6th of January, so first, the best wishes for 2026, everybody. What I'm going to do today is give you my top 5 picks in thematic games. What I first and foremost look for in games is theme. A game must ooze the theme. And not only in terms of the artwork and game components, but also in gameplay. I want to completely feel immersed in the game. I need to feel as if I'm in that world, that place, or that time. I need to escape for a while. Don't we all want to escape for a while? It's my personal pet peeve when the box gives me a certain atmosphere, and then when playing, it turns out to be just a game with no relation to the cover of box or the description whatsoever. Another pet peeve, always seeing those same hyped up games appearing on YouTube channels. And not only 3 or 4 times, but a dozen of times. Therefore, I decided to share my own top 5 of thematic games. It might be a little bit refreshing. 2 caveats. As designer myself, I obviously design very immersive and thematic games. That's why I will not mention my own games. And second, I'm only mentioning the games that I own and I have actually played. Let's go have a look. First of all, 2 honorable mentions out of many. Forbidden Island, a light cooperative game where you have to gather 4 treasures before the island is completely submerged by water. And oh, it is so tense because as the game progresses, more and more tiles sink beneath the water. It is also asymmetrical as each player has a unique ability that will help, or at least should help them, to emerge victorious in the end. That one just didn't make the cut of my top 5. It's certainly in my top 10. And then another one. Pirates Cove. This game reminds me a lot of the video game Sid Meier's Pirates, which I used to play like crazy. You are a pirate and you roam around the board, plundering, fighting, and burying treasure. At the same time, you are doing all you can to keep your ship powerful and seaworthy. You can even do battle with some famous pirates, like Blackbeard. What is there not to like? And now for my top 5 picks. Number 5 is Cover Me from Jumping Turtle Games by Bram Verbiest. Well, obviously this game is underrated. Not many people know about this game. In this unique game about fashion, yes, fashion, you are the chief editor of a fashion magazine. And each season, you are going to attempt to choose the models which are the most stylish for the cover of your magazine. While at the same time, attempting to influence the fashion landscape. It is absolutely not dry and mathematical. It's not dry and mathematical. The theme is present everywhere in this game, like the melted cheese on a fresh pizza. You are going to do a lot of bidding while trying to figure out what your rivals are up to. It is fun. I have absolutely no qualms with this game, except for maybe one. It is a little bit too long. But since I'm an avid house ruler, I decide how long the game takes. I would love the publisher to bring out a revised and shorter edition. That was number 5. 5 alive. Number 4. This War of Mine from 11-Bit Studios. Many players are turned off by the somber and dark, depressing mood of this game. To me, it just adds to the immersive experience, and that is why I have this game in my collection. I'm not a queasy person. Basically, what you're trying to do is trying to make sure your characters, simple civilians, survive in a destroyed city that is besieged by enemy forces. And damn, this game is hard to beat, as it should be. Every game is a memorable one because of all the possible events that can happen. It's partly also a story. So you have the book of scripts. Will you stay or run away? Do you have enough resources? What will you build first to survive? Who should guard a house when you go out scavenging? You're constantly planning 3 or 4 moves ahead. The problem with this game is that it's not an easy game to learn, and there's quite a bit of bookkeeping. I can only give you the advice to play it regularly. But it's oh so immersive and oh so thematic. You should really try it if you get the opportunity. It is actually also very cutthroat, and I love cutthroat games. Number 3, something completely different. Fuse from Renegade by Kane Klanko. In Fuse, you will be attempting to defuse bombs by collecting the right colored dice and placing them in the right combinations. All of this in real time, making it hectic, stressy, and very exciting. The app that comes along with the game makes it all more immersive. It's as if you are Lieutenant Ripley trying to reach the escape pod in the Alien movie franchise. Since it is played in real time, it obviously does not take long to play. Only 10 minutes. The game is beautiful and easy to teach and learn. Absolutely nothing to complain about this game. You should really try it if you get the opportunity. Fuse, my number 3. Number 4. Fury of Dracula from Fantasy Flight. I know this game has been mentioned a lot on YouTube, and it also has a lot of fans. For once, it seems we are in agreement. It is truly a great thematic game. Forget Horrified and Letters from Whitechapel. This hidden movement game takes the cake. And that in terms of immersion. In this game, you will be playing either as Dracula or the Hunters. And the Hunters who will be attempting to find Dracula and hammer a stake straight through his heart. Dracula will be traveling through Victorian Europe, but can only act at night, while the Hunters basically can act during both. Dracula needs 13 victory points in order to win the game and cover Europe in his evil darkness. The Hunters have to stop him by then. Just don't take him on by yourself. You will lose. So you have to work together. This is one of those games that oozes theme. The cards and the board are just simply beautiful. To taste the atmosphere, I recommend you play this in the dark winter months. Like all games, if you play this for the first time and your co-players have the tendency to overthink things, the game will run out. But if you play with players that are proactive and who already played it before, the game does not overstay its welcome. And then, what is a long game? It depends on who you are. That was number 2, and now what is for number 1? The emperor of my thematic games, the most immersive, the crème de la crème, is without a doubt Legion of Honor from Richard Kane and Mike Rutler and produced by Clash of Arms. In this game, you'll be living the life of a soldier during the French Revolution and the Napoleonic Wars. If you manage to survive the game, you will live it from the Battle of Valmy all the way to the Battle of Waterloo. In the process, you can move up through the ranks, marry, get wounded, gather fortune and a title. It's a narrative game that resembles those Choose Your Adventure books or a card-driven historical RPG. Of course, I admit it is definitely one of my historical periods, so I would tend to give it a high score. But that is not the complete truth. I am very critical of historical movies and games. Nothing to complain about in this game, however. Well, nothing. One thing. The rulebook is a mess. And that is probably one of the reasons why it has ended up under the radar. The second reason, in order to fully appreciate this game, you need to have at least an interest in the Napoleonic period. If you get through the rulebook and you love the Napoleonic era, this game is a true immersive historical gem. There, that was my personal top 5 of the most thematic board games. Something different for a change. Do you agree with my picks or not? I'd love to hear your comments below. Thanks for watching and take care.